To set up, open the Reaper template file, navigate to Options, and click on Show Reaper Resource Path in Explorer. Open the Scripts folder and copy-paste the two Lua files. Next, right-click under the toolbar area, open Toolbar, Toolbars 1 to 12, and select any unused toolbar. On the Open toolbar, click Edit Me, remove Edit Me from the toolbar, then click Add. Click on the New Action button, then load Ray script. Select the Argonaut Drums VST Drum Ripper Lua file and click Open. With it highlighted in the Actions menu, click the Select button, followed by Close. Optionally, you can set a custom icon for our button by right-clicking it and choosing Set Icon. Click the Apply button. Lastly, click our New button and confirm the VST Drum Ripper menu is displayed, and verify our presets are populated. To rip samples, first load your drum library VST as an FX on track 1. For this example, I'm going to load Superior Drummer 3. Configure the kit to your liking. Open the VST Drum Ripper menu and click on Load or Create a Preset. In the drop-down menu, you can scroll to locate the corresponding preset to your loaded drum library, or simply search for it to filter the list. Be sure to select the correct preset or the MIDI may not map correctly. The preset details lists all available drum parts or articulations we can rip, the total amount of velocity layers and round robins we want, and the corresponding MIDI note for each articulation. We can audition each articulation by clicking on the green play button. All fields in the preset details are editable, but more on that later. Clicking the Apply button loads the preset and creates the necessary regions for rendering. Next, click the Select Drum Parts to Render button and choose which articulations you want to rip. Again, we can audition each using the green Play button. You can select all for rendering using the checkbox at the bottom, or choose individual articulations from the list. The Select Tracks menu allows us to rip samples with multiple microphone options, but since we didn't perform any microphone routing in SD3, I'll leave the default value selected. Our regions and tracks are now selected for rendering. Lastly, click on the Render Samples button. The rendering time is dependent on how many samples you are ripping. Samples are saved in your projects directory in a timestamped folder. Inside the folder, samples are broken out by track name, followed by drum part or articulation name. Each sample is named accordingly with its respective velocity layer and round-robin number. There are several presets for the most popular VST drum libraries on the market to choose from, all of which can be edited to suit your specific use case, or serve as a starting point for creating your own preset. When modifying a preset, you have the option to overwrite the current preset, or save as a new preset and retain both versions. To revert unsaved changes, simply reselect it in the drop-down or click the Cancel button. You also have the option to create a preset from scratch with the new preset button. Give it a name and click OK. Edit the default row to match the drum library you are ripping. Give it a unique name. Assign your desired velocity layers and round-robin totals, and set the MIDI number or note to the corresponding articulation in your loaded drum library. The sample length field corresponds to the duration of the rendered sample file. When in doubt of these values, you can select an instrument template to automatically assign velocity layers, round robins, and sample length. Note that the MIDI value can't be auto-assigned. You can add drum parts to rip by clicking the Add Row button. Note that duplicate part names and MIDI notes appear in red. The Auto Template by Name button will automatically assign an instrument template value based on the drum part name you assign each row. You still have to manually assign the MIDI note though. You have the option to sort drum parts alphabetically, group them by name, or you can manually drag a row to a new location in the list. The 127:1 button automatically assigns velocity layers a value of 127 and round robins to a value of 1. This button serves as an option for a specific use case where certain drum modules rely on this format as part of their round-robin randomization algorithm. Next we'll save the preset. The Reorder Presets buttons allows us to quickly delete a preset from the list, reorder the list alphabetically or manually drag an item in the list to our preferred ordering. We can now see our created preset at the top of the list. Presets can also be exported as a CSV file if you prefer to edit preset details in a spreadsheet application like Excel. The CSV file is saved in your projects directory in the preset folder. Editing the file in Excel can speed up the process of creating or modifying presets. Once finished, we can then import our updated preset CSV file. Note that our updated values are now reflected in the preset details. We can also export all presets as a single library file with the Export Preset Lib button. The Delete Preset Lib button will completely wipe out all presets, so use with caution. I will now re-import our exported preset library. If a duplicate preset is found, you have the option to overwrite it, or deselect it to keep the original. All of our presets are now available again. Next we will go over how to export multi-mic samples from VST libraries that support it, such as Superior Drummer 3. Open up the VST and navigate to the Mixer tab. Notice all of the outputs are assigned to 1, 2. When I click on the kick drum, notice that along with track 1, which is our default track, that track 3, labeled mic 1S1-2, illuminates with audio. If we change an output to 5, 6, when I click on the kick drum, now track 5, labeled mic 3S5-6, is now illuminated. By changing the output on the Mixer tab, we are routing the VST audio to these individual tracks. Let's route kick in to 1 to 2, kick out to 3 to 4, and kick sub to 5 to 6. This corresponds to tracks 3, 4, and 5 in our project. With your preset loaded, click on Select Drum Parts to render. Select the parts you want to rip. Finally select the tracks that correspond to your mic routing and render your samples.